What's up, everybody? This is Raina Harmon with the University of Iowa.
Marwan Miller, University of Minnesota.
This is Keisha Blanton, Eastern Michigan University.
And this is You
Got
Net.
You next up and you ain't been on SportsLifeTalk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit them up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Kings and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote.
SLT Nation. Oh my God, we are back at it like crack addicts, and we got a show for y'all. This is an SLT special. That's right. Y'all have seen each one of these individuals on their own stage, on their own platform. But we realized it was something special here. We had to bring the Trinity to y'all one more again. We're going to tell an amazing story today. So buckle up, share this with your friends, share this with your people, because we're about to have a non-stop, laugh out loud riot today. Let's start off at the top, all right? Y'all know her, University of Iowa. She wearing the black and gold. We got Coach Harmon in the building. Below us, the dopest hoodie I've seen in Division I Power 5 athletics. The M, everybody throwing up them M's. That's right. We got Coach Marwan Miller. And then last but not least, I just want to say peace. We got her, ladies and gentlemen. Keisha Blanton, Coach Keisha. Man, I don't know how we do this, but I just want to say thank all three of y'all for blessing the show, coming back, rocking with us one more again. This is about to be bananas. It's crazy. Backstage has already been crazy. We've having so much fun. I hate we couldn't have like the bloopers and all of that stuff going on. But before we get started, allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, Mr. Yeet. And I'm rocking alongside of my co-host, my brother from another mother, the head coach, KT. Kev, you want to be called the head coach? You really want that type of esteem on this episode? With present company included? I mean,
B. Jones, I got skins on the wall just like they do. It's
just
not college people. It's not college people.
Hey, so you know we family now. Cam talking.
Yeah, the way you came at me in front of them, man.
Cam talking head coach. Right now.
I'm the head coach of SportsLifeTalk.
That's it. That's right. Man. B. Jones and Kevin, and I gotta give all the credit to you, my friend. You pulled this off. What we got here today, this legendary show, this once in a lifetime, the first time ever we've done this, and you pulled it off, sir. So I got to give you all the kudos.
Well, you know what, B. Jones? Let me give somebody credit. Who started it? Who really started this was Coach Harmon. Mm-hmm. Coach Harmon gave us Coach Miller. Coach Miller gave us Coach Blanton. So,
well, Kevin, hold on. Now you're still in the thunder. We got to let them tell their story. We got to let them tell how all this got going on, man.
Well, don't ask me those kind of questions, B. Jones. I didn't know I can speak freely on my own show.
Well, I'm gonna say this before we have all this fun and go at each other and just rip and run and gun and talk about which team's gonna beat who, because that's another debate. We got three competitors on this thing too. But look, we got to pay the bills real quick. If you are watching this for the first time, first and foremost, thank you so much for checking out our show. We know there's 1,000,001 sports shows out there. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to rock with us. So please, on the count of three, in Sports Life Talk tradition, Iowa, Minnesota, Eastern Michigan, man, we got all these northern states. We need y'all to show us some love, even though it's probably cold right now. We need y'all to smash that subscribe button on the count of three. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, look, all three of them was ready for that KT. They already knew what time it was. They knew the fireworks was for the hell. We're for to blow this thing up. Hey, check this out. If you did smash that subscribe button, welcome to the family. We don't do fans. We don't do followers. We do family members. And now we about to give y'all one of the most dopest explosive shows with our play cousins. Wretch. Now, Kevin, you got something special for the initiation today, huh?
Man, I try to be creative. I'm trying to find it now. I'm looking over here. Okay. So before we get started, Coach Harmon, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try to keep this condensed. I'm from Detroit. I'm in my 6th year at the University of Iowa as assistant coach. In my 11th year of collegiate coaching altogether. So, yeah, happy to be here with my homies.
All right, Coach Miller.
Marwan Miller from Columbus, Ohio. I'm in my 1st year at the University of Minnesota. Formerly assistant coach at Ohio University for the last 6 years.
And Coach Blanton.
Blanton from Toledo, Ohio. My 1st season at Eastern Michigan. Been doing this thing for about 11 seasons now. So just glad to be with my people.
So, Coach Blanton, are you still like mad at B. Jones from what he said on Marwan?
Yeah, boy, be bringing up old stuff, don't he? I swear you can't. Hey, you can't let stuff go, can he? I'm just saying. I'm
cool. Y'all talking about our people. It's good. We're gonna show up.
Hey, I'm rooting for y'all. You know, do I need to go change and put on that green hoodie right now? Do I need to go?
It'll be fake now. You should have had it on before you came out. Don't try to suck up now.
Hey, Kevin, hold on. Let me be a company. Let me be a company man real quick. Y'all heard the little quick 30-second intros, but listen, each one of these individuals got their very own You Got Next episode. These are alumni. We've told their amazing stories, each one of them. So y'all go check out their stories on our YouTube page at SportsLifeTalk, and you can learn about each one of those individuals, how they got to where they are. Their journeys are incredible. I'm telling y'all, and each one of them is special in their own way. So y'all go rock with us and go check those out. But Kevin, come on, let's keep it going, man.
All right. So anybody that's watched the show, they know that during the initiation, I asked a superhero question. So for this one, it's kind of tricky. So I want you three to come up with your own trio of superheroes. And then once you do that, what would that theme song be for that said trio of superheroes?
This is probably gonna take the whole show. All right, so these two, Marwan and Keisha, they already know how I'm going. So I just go ahead and throw my superhero out there. I'm gonna roll with the same answer I gave y'all the first time. I am the Black Panther.
But who are we?
With y'all can figure that out.
Y'all just Wakandans. Y'all just
right. You know, we part of Wakanda.
We have to remix this.
Yeah.
We have to remix it. We're going to make our own trio show. So
well, hey, Coach Marwan, you could be Killmonger.
There it is.
I'm definitely good with that.
And Coach Blanton, I don't remember the...
She's Shuri.
He's sure.
His sister.
Man, listen, I don't want to. I am the woman king. Okay, I am the woman king.
Okay, Vanessa.
Hey, that woman king was fire though. I ain't gonna lie. I've been lathering myself with Vaseline every day ever since that woman king. They was just so shiny.
Right?
But they get them essential oils and nutrients from out there in Africa. I was like, God, no, they was shiny.
Listen, I changed my diet. I'm like, if Viola can become a superhero, so can I.
Viola was looking all right in that movie, bro.
Hey, Viola did that.
The only thing she was missing was Angela Bassett. All right, so what is the song? What is y'all song?
Wait. We got to figure out if we got Black Panther, Woman King. Marwan, who are you?
He said Killmonger.
He Killmonger from
what was Michael B. Jordan character name, Kevin?
Killmonger.
Okay, that's Killmonger.
Okay. Killmonger. Mm-hmm.
So you the bad guy.
I mean, that's only how it goes.
It's fitting.
Hold on.
Hey, auntie.
Exactly. You already know.
All right, so what's the song? What song are y'all going with? Maybe something off the Rock album.
I want the Locks, Money, Power, Respect.
That's it.
Look at you.
I like that.
Okay, so now I have to ask, who's Jada? Who's Styles P? And who's She?
Answer this question right here.
Marwan, go ahead. We know Marwan is Jadakiss.
I'm more than Jadakiss guy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna stand there. I'm gonna kill him. But I'm gonna let you know I am still the coldest one out here out of everybody. Raina is more your chic type. Like Raina go, I'm back here. If you need me, all you gotta do is holler. The one that's always starting everything and doing everything, that is Keisha. That is
Styles P, the one that got him in the fight in Detroit. Yeah,
that is Keisha. That is it right there. It's perfect.
You know what?
Whenever I go out with Keisha, because we go have some.
Really, I would have never imagined that Keisha would be the one to get y'all started and stuff.
What?
I make memories. If I'm not there, it's not a memory.
I can see that though, Kevin. It's I don't know why you got to keep your eye on Keisha. I can't wait to the Final Four because we're gonna get to see some true personality.
I'm already taking 2 days off. I already know. I already know. So I'm already planning that.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
long week. A week I may not have a job. I can go a week.
You might need a week with us.
Long time, bro.
All right. So on behalf of the SLT Nation, I want to welcome you guys back into the family. So P. Jones, go ahead and work your magic, man.
Well, we can't go no further because everybody can see, they can sense the chemistry between you three. I mean, it feel like y'all just, I don't know, the Trinity is probably the best way to say it. Y'all kind of symbiotic, all for one for all, three amigos, whatever. I don't know, but let's talk. Y'all gotta connect this for us. Connect the dots. Who know who? How? Who? We gotta know how did this relationship amongst the three of you guys come about.
Y'all tell it. I'm the Michelle in this Destiny Child. So
I mean, I guess so I started coaching college ball, and Marwan had a player. He was an AAU coach that I was recruiting, and so we talking. I'm really trying to get the kid, and literally we just I got the kid. We're talking. We become like friends. It's just we talk about anything, whatever, and so we would talk, and then he got a job at 𝐥𝐤𝐤 as a director of ops. So then, we start talking about what to expect at this level, how he can grow, how to get to that assistant spot. At the same time, Raina was at Central Michigan and I'm at Detroit, and we had this little clique of Michigan coaches, all the Black Michigan coaches. We had to know each other. So, I had a group chat with Raina going, still kind of getting to know her. Me and Marwan are becoming really close. And I don't know how it took off from there.
all I can tell you is this. It's so crazy how this stuff ties in. So to back up what Keisha was saying, when Raina was at Michigan for that hot second, I had an AAU kid that was going to Michigan to play. Simone Denham was going to Michigan, and Raina would have been there when she was there. So that would have been my first real interaction with Raina back then. But like I said, Keisha was always recruiting my AAU kids and stuff like that, and we just became cool. And then when I told her I was going to OU, she was like, "Oh, them my peoples. Bob, Jack, them. You with a good group of people." And that just kind of also made her like, okay, you looking out for me. So we really are going to become cool. Fast forward a little bit more, I look up, Raina's back at Central Michigan as the assistant. And I'm like, I see Raina all the time. I'm like, man, okay, I don't know who that is. She cool over there. But Central at the time, that's when they was starting to roll. And they was kicking everybody's behind. The first couple of times, I'm just like, man, get her. They beating us. I'm trying to be cool with her. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm competitive. I want to win. I'm tired of this. And then come down, she come over being all nice, wanting to shake hands. Hey, good game. I'm not trying to hear all that. Just lost. So, and then it just happened one day. We literally
I put us in a group chat.
I think that might have been it. Yeah. And then you end up leaving the league. Keisha ended up leaving.
No, I came to the league. Raina left.
And then I left.
Raina left, yeah. Mm-hmm. So it just literally in the group chat, just get to acting a fool. We like, okay, nah, Keisha cool. I already know. Okay, Raina even more cool. And then we all just, next thing you know, we all just super, super tight.
Yeah, COVID.
I mean, we text each other every day. COVID, oh boy. Yeah, COVID did help.
Oh, Jesus.
But we talk to each other every day. We're Zooming each other, like happy hours or whatever, just to try to get through it. Our families are tight. My son is their nephew. We're a family.
Yeah.
And we can see that too with the whole when Marwan's wife was on here, just chatting with you. So,
right? Yeah, Marwan wife pop on here like, "Hey y'all, what y'all doing, girl?"
This is the thing. They don't even be talking to me sometimes. They be talking to her. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah. We already trying to figure out when we like, listen, put your name on the manifest when Minnesota come down here to Iowa. Like, I don't know where Marwan gonna be, but you staying with us. So
right.
Hold on. Y'all was my friend first. How I get to
Well,
all fair.
So I'm loving this ebony connection amongst coaches. I'm hoping there's more pockets of coaches that kind of click and collaborate, y'all, and help lift each other up. Now, how important is this relationship though? Y'all talk about talking to each other every day, and I'm assuming it's a lot of non-basketball related conversation, right? I know y'all were probably, did y'all see Tua, or whatever happened during the football game, and we talk fantasy football backstage, but from an X's and O's perspective, how much are y'all able to help each other? And I mean, is there any ability to reach and help connect each other with other coaches, or what is this? How does this relationship? How do you guys find it fruitful, other than just having those friends?
Yeah, I think it's everything. So I mean, I would say 80% of our conversations are probably non-basketball conversations, to be honest. But we've helped each other. I remember, and I don't even know if Keisha remembers this, but one of our first encounters, we were both recruiting in Boo Williams, and we were watching the same game. And she's like, "Hey, I got a game off. I'm about to jet to lunch. Do you want to go?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll roll." And I didn't know much besides that, but I get there and she's sitting me at a table with Carol Owens and Corey Close, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like, I wasn't expecting this, but now I got a group of future mentors that I'm sitting at the table with, and it's just because she's like, "Yo, let's roll." Right? And I don't know if she was trying to be intentional in helping me, but like, that's what you have when you have a cohort like this. We're able to help each other grow. I mean, we shared PDFs with each other on plays, or like, "Hey, I'm looking to get the shooter open. I'm looking to do something for my post." And then just contacting other people. "Y'all, we looking to get another game. Y'all know somebody that's out there." So, I mean, we have those conversations often.
Yeah. I think, the thing is like, even when Marwan and I were in the same league, when it came to game week, we competitors. When we were playing each other, but outside of playing each other is how we could help each other and that team, grow. So Marwan and I would have, league talks like, "All right, y'all play Miami first. What do you see versus what I see?" And then the connections, I mean, right now, Raina and Marwan are at the Power 5. So constantly I'm meeting people that they're introducing me to. And, we're always helping each other. I mean, on, off the court, you have good days, bad days. It's an easy group to just be like, "Y'all, this is what's happening," and get advice. I'll say sometimes, "Was I wrong?" And they'll be like, "Yeah." And I'm
like, "Absolutely, you were."
So, yeah.
But, they're right. Like, and I trust them enough, with so many things outside of basketball, with basketball. Like I said, when I got the phone call, even talk about this, Raina was the first person I called. When I got, like, "Tell me what's up." Like, good situation, bad situation. Because if it was bad, she'd be like, "Nah, bruh, don't go over there, leave that alone." Or if it's a good situation, like, "Nah, you this, you that." Even though she knows we're going to be competing, which, and we still are competing now. Like, when it comes to recruiting, we laugh and clown about that all the time. Because now at this point, her and I are recruiting some of the same kids, whereas before it used to be me and Keisha recruiting some of the same kids.
Right.
So all of that stuff, it just comes full circle with that. But like I said, we talk about so much, and we help each other through everything. Like I said, relationships, work, everything. Like
everything.
Yeah.
Parenting, all of it. Yeah.
Parenting, right.
All right. Well, I'm about to put y'all in an uncomfortable situation, because I just got the head coaching job at Georgetown, and I'll call all three of y'all up. Who what on my staff? I need one of y'all to be my recruiting coordinator. One of y'all got to be my offensive coordinator, and one of y'all got to be my skills trainer, player development. Who doing what?
I'm your recruiter. Raina is your offensive, and Marwan is going to develop your players. It ain't even a question.
We talked about this already.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, hold up now.
Yeah.
So is that the goal? to one day all coach together?
Can I see a future staff that looks like this?
I don't think we get nothing done. We wouldn't get work done.
It would be a whole mess.
No, I think honestly, like I used to tell before Marwan went to
Minnesota.
Yeah, I got you. I know where you at. Cold. You in the cold. You know, the great thing is if we could ever get a staff like this, we would have a lot of fun. But I think the one thing that would be great is there aren't any egos. Like, we're all about each other's success. So, you know, when you can have a staff like that and you already spend so much time with it, so it would be natural for us. So, yeah, if Raina hurry up and get a job, we'll be ready to go.
Hey, please get down. This child's being fired. Get down.
All right, man. I ain't gonna lie. I would hate to be a part of that text thread if somebody made a bad call at the end of a game, because I know y'all is y'all probably killing them in the text thread, especially if Marwan make a mistake. Because I'm gonna tell you, Keisha was going in on you backstage about having difficulty logging.
Dang, you did just snitch. Hey.
That was knocking your food out, coach.
Hey, Keisha, because you told him to his face too, though. Y'all keep it 100 with each other.
The text thread that was happening when he was backstage, it was worse than what you just said right now.
You know what's funny? Don't let one of us be playing a game and the other two don't have a game. I'll come back to my phone,
100 text messages,
and I'll be reading the text messages like, whoa, for real? Look at Keisha. She got an attitude right now. Look at her.
Right. Look, on the bench. Look, she can't even sit still.
Keisha, you the facilitator, so we gonna put you on the spot right now. I was told by KT, my brother, that first week of December, we got Minnesota versus Iowa. What colors you wearing game week, sis? Who you root for? I'm putting you on the spot. Let's go.
I don't root for anybody. I'm gonna just be. They gonna have 100 text messages from being by myself. Right? I'm gonna have a full conversation. I might take the video screen a little bit, you know, and then you always have to watch Marwan at the end of the game. That's all I'm gonna say for his reaction.
Here comes this.
All right, I'm not gonna say anything.
So Coach Miller, you a sore loser? Is that what they're trying to say?
No, not really, but you know. Go ahead, Keith. You know you started it now. Go ahead.
No, I just said Marwan doesn't like to lose. So you have to see if he going to shake Raina's hand. He going to walk by here.
That's cold.
I ain't going to do that. I won't do that.
The first time we played, what did you do?
I gave you a fist bump.
Yeah, I had to grab you. I'm like, Marwan, like,
get off me, man. We just lost. Ain't you trying to be friendly? Nah, I ain't trying to talk to you right now.
Coach Miller learned under Juwan Howard, huh?
Man, listen.
How the hell did the post game walk?
See, this is the thing, though. Leading up to the game, because now, me and Raina didn't talk no trash when she was at Central. We didn't. It was real calm. But when Keisha gets to Miami, that's when the trash talking started.
She chirping.
Oh, it was terrible. The whole, all season, the week of is the only time when it got disrespectful at that point.
It'd be quiet.
It
got disrespectful. Like,
he sent me a casket of somebody looking in a casket talking about Don Shane, what happened to Miami.
They did. The makeup looked good though. The makeup did look good.
I was like,
don't you put him in coffins? It's basketball, man.
I know, but it was bad though. But now I'm going to fast forward. This is how this went. This fool had the student section messing with us at the game, though. She had the football team sat at the end of our bench, and they was heckling us, like calling us by name. So I know they didn't just look at us. See what I'm saying?
He got mad. He got mad because one of his assistants' name is Tavares, but if you look at the name, it's hard to pronounce. No. He got mad because the student section got the name right.
I didn't get mad at that. I was okay with that. That was funny.
They was calling him by his name.
Who won the game, though? Who won the game? It sounded like Marwan lost the game. Yeah, that's right.
That was the game we won. That was the one.
You lost that game.
No, that was the one we won. Then we played y'all in Cleveland like a couple weeks later.
I'm gonna do this, Coach Miller. You know what? I'm rocking with you. I'll be wearing the colors of the Golden Gophers when y'all play at the University of Iowa. As long as I can get that hoodie there, I'm definitely gonna be doing it. So, KT, it look like you gonna be wearing black and gold, sir.
Well, hold on. Okay, listen. I want that black and gold, but I want that hoodie too. I will say this though. The shirt that Coach Harmon sent, the one that had the deal
off the chain.
I wore it to the UTA game. Mad love. That's why I sent you a text, Coach. I was like, hey, you need to get that out there more. Yeah. I'm talking about even Caucasian people was like, hey, I love this shirt. Where did you get it?
Yeah.
So we got to get that shirt out there.
Well, Kevin, they got to watch the episode so they can learn more about that shirt, because that shirt was
B. Jones, hold on. I got one issue. I'm glad you brought up the clothing line. I got one issue about the clothing line. I love
Raina, huh? Somebody call me. I'll be back.
You see, she's trying to get out of this, right?
Yeah.
I love the clothing line. I want to support my family and rock it.
Well, here we go.
B. Jones, ask her if she got a 3X in there.
I know, man, because I ain't get one either, man. I ain't get one either, Coach. But look, he blacked out. He blacked out. Look, I didn't get one either, man. I ain't get one either, Coach. I already knew. I was gonna say she discriminatory towards big people, man. I wasn't go.
That's not it. Hey, y'all ever read Phil Knight, Shoe Dog?
No,
I can't do everything first, right? Like I see my market, I see where the margins are. I got to be financially and fiscally responsible first, and then. But if y'all do a pre-order, then boom, it's already done, right?
That is. I'm gonna need that big and tall section though. I'm gonna need that big and tall section to come.
We're gonna be over here waiting on you. Me and gonna be over here waiting on you.
Yikes! I didn't think I was gonna be in front of it.
No, you blacked out. You ran cold. All right, so let's talk a little bit of seriousness here, because Kevin and I, y'all all know we've made it our mission to spread the word, to try to get more of the casual fans locked into women's basketball. I love the game. I probably attended 2 or 3 WNBA games. I've attended 4 or 5 collegiate basketball games, and every one of the experiences have been absolutely amazing. And yes, I'm talking about women's collegiate basketball, but we're talking to 3 representatives here, and y'all, this is fun. I'm like listening to y'all tell the stories, and I can tell the energy. I mean, I already know for a fact these games is about to be just crazy. And so what needs to happen, y'all? And I think we kind of touched on it on each one of your shows, but I want the Trinity's brain power right now to come together and tell us, straight up, what do we need to see, or what needs to happen to the female game or the women's game for us to take that next step?
Yeah, I think really it's about exposure, right? And so I think podcasts like this, I mean, it helps. We got 2 Black males that's bringing together the voices of women's basketball. I think that's huge for this sport, and you guys are going to continue to grow, and so hopefully as you start getting more head coaches on the show, I think that's going to be really big. There's a couple other podcasts that are looking to do the same thing, but you think about nationally, I know just this year it was announced that we have 18 national games on TV out of our 29 games. So that's huge, right? I mean, we can be in the homes of millions of people, and not just here in the Midwest, but in the South and the West as well. So I think exposure is just a really big thing right now. And then making sure when you do have that exposure, you're putting a really, really good product on the floor.
Yeah, Coach Miller, I think it was your episode that you talked about it. And you were the first person to bring it to our attention that women's basketball is kind of young still, right? When you really think about, you were talking about how where the NBA was in the 70s, right? It wasn't the NBA we see now here today. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts, Coach Miller.
My thing that for me really is about calling the game. Like, I hate that you call the women's game different than you call the men's game. Like, they're a lot more physical. Men's game, they're allowed to touch, they're allowed to be a little bit more physical. The women's game, everything gets boom, you got a whistle, and now you got the stoppage of play. People don't want to come see that stoppage of play on, okay, we're taking the ball out, or we turn it into a free throw contest. Let them play. Let them show their abilities and everything they've trained to do on the court. Like, that's a big thing for me.
Well, Coach Miller, I'm gonna tell you, I had the same beef, and I kind of bit my tongue on it. We go to the Wings game. Soon as you sit down at the Wings game, they got a card that sits in front of you. They say, "Hey, we were blessed. We you got next alumni got us 3 rows off the front. We were 3 rows off the front. I mean, I can literally hear the women talking on the court. And when I tell y'all, I'm listening to Candace Parker and some of these people, they are talking bad to each other out there. I'm just saying right now, the women on the court was super serious, but you got the crowd who was kind of golf clapping. It was, even when big plays happened, the crowd kind of felt like we were all in support of everybody. I think sometimes that fans need to be fans, and we need to be able to boo. And what 𝐤𝐸 Blanton did with her team to heckle y'all, we need that. We need the rivalries. We need the elbows. We need the Pistons versus the Blazers, or who you know what I mean. We need that type of energy brought out there to the courts. And I think sometimes the sympathetic nature, the empathy becomes sympathy when women don't ask for our sympathy. They just want they want our support. Yeah. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah. And it's funny that you say that, because in that same conversation about me and 𝐤𝐸, Miami and Ohio playing each other, those kids got to a point where it was a rivalry. We went through a long stretch where we didn't lose to Miami. Then 𝐤𝐸 gets there. Next thing you know, we lose 3 in a row, and our girls don't know how to handle it. And it became a rivalry. Now you got the student sections at the football players at OU show up for our game, and they booing Miami when they come out. And that's
to the point where we lost the game, or that game we lost, or we won. Mm-hmm. We beat y'all that game, and it was to the point our players had taken on the rivalry. I'm talking to Marwan and Tavares after the game, and my player walked up like, "Coach, you cool? You need me to handle them?" I'm like, no, you good. No, somewhere. But it was to the point. It was to the point where our players are like, "Nah, they the enemy, and they the enemy because that's Coach's friend, and we got to be Coach's friend for Coach." So it's a lot more to the women's game. People wanting us to be nice and polite, but on the court, it's war. And then off the court, it's all fun. And I think people miss that part of the game. You can be tough and intimidating on the court and still be a lady and a woman off the court.
But I think one thing, though, B. Jones, is I don't think anything is wrong with the college game as far as women, because when March Madness comes, everybody's tuned in.
Ooh, they do show up. But I show up for that.
Well, B. Jones and I, we went to UNT versus Western Kentucky. And when I tell you, and B. Jones probably said on one of your episodes, it was less than 50 people there. And it was a good game. It almost went to overtime.
It was an amazing game. Amazing game. I fell in love with college basketball that day.
And as soon as I got in there, I was upset because I'm like, UNT is not a small college.
Right.
We should have more support there. So I guess from us, how do we fix the WNBA? And I tell you this, I came up with an idea that every NBA city that has a team should have a WNBA team. B. Jones came up. Yours was like, okay, when a max player is coming up, why don't you invest some of their contract into stock into the
franchise or equity into a WNBA team, right?
So I want to get your thoughts on that.
Well, I think first you have to market them like you market the men's game. You have to get them in. The men's game is marketed all over. Women's games you barely see. Las Vegas is playing in the championship, and there's something going on in the city sports wise. If the Bulls
that's another issue, Coach. Not to cut you off. That's another issue. Why would you put that up against the NFL on a Sunday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was crazy.
Or NFL on a Thursday.
Yeah,
right.
That wasn't smart.
Yeah, those sports get their own day almost.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, you're not doing nothing on a Sunday. You're not really doing nothing on a Saturday because you got college football, you got NFL football. I thought that was a bad choice.
Yeah, so we have
Kevin. How many more questions? I'm listening to you, Coach Blanton. I'm listening to you.
No, I just said we first have to start with marketing, and I know Raina being quiet right now, but he has amazing ideas on stuff like that.
That wheel is turning over there.
Oh yeah, I think just really when you think about it, you're only going to get. How many players are going to be drafted and actually remain on a team, right? And so, if the WNBA can find out a way to tap into the collegiate audience right now, because you guys think about March Madness and how long that lasts and how many eyes. A historic record-breaking year this year in terms of viewers for the tournament. If we could somehow tap into that audience, right? When we had Megan Gustafson, how can we get? She was drafted to the Dallas Wings. How can we get the Wings actually reaching out to the Iowa fan base? So
it's something
because
now.
People here love Megan, right? And there is no pro teams here, so they want to follow our kids wherever they go, but they have to be engaging in that way to be able to, bring that fan base along with them.
And on that note, just taking the wings alone, you could have them connect with the UT fans because of Charlie Collier. They could be connecting with the Oregon fans, the Notre Dame fans. They got a lot of Tennessee. I mean, they got a lot of history, and I'm talking about some blue blood Power 5 schools that could really make a ripple, right? Could cause a wave. So,
college fans are very, very loyal. Right.
Yes.
I mean, like, they don't typically jump around team to team. I mean, they don't even have to go there. You hear about, like, I'm not going to even say the teams, but anyway, like, you hear about certain people that just, like, they didn't even go to that school, but they are very loyal to that program. They'll be very loyal to those players too when they leave.
And when we talking about loyal to the players, we talking about players coming back 20 years later. Like, once you wear that color in university, you them for life. You there for life. So Kevin, how much longer? I don't know how much time we planned out for this one.
Oh, this is the SLT Fab 5, so you need to ask him, man. I'm here.
All right. So one thing that I learned about all three of you is that y'all players first. Y'all all authentic. I would send my young lady to my daughter to come be a part of any one of y'all programs just because of how phenomenal of people you guys are. But let's talk about protecting the players. And now let's talk about it from a social media side first. What kind of extent can these universities go to, or what kind of links can they go to protect these players from posting crazy stuff on social media? Or what type of is there a part of the team or a part of the administration that monitors these types of things? Because now we're in the NIL world, right? Every kid is responsible for creating their own brand, and I know I'm just waiting for somebody to do something crazy like have a duffel bag full of money or have money spread out all over the bed. I just know it's going to be something crazy that a kid going to do eventually here that's going to cause up an uproar. But what are y'all thoughts on that?
So we always go to Raina first with this stuff because Raina.
I do be thinking of all this stuff, but I mean, even just for our program or the programs that I've been a part of, I mean, those conversations are happening during the recruiting process, right? And so you get to see what the character of the player is just based on their social media profile, right? And so you go to Instagram, you go to TikTok, you go to Twitter, and just see, you know, the character of that kid and what type of content they're producing from that beginning. And if you see some things that are kind of out there, maybe, hey, I saw this post, tell me some background like on this thing to get why a kid would actually post that. But then those conversations, once we get, you know, into our season, they're happening on the front end. I mean, as we're going over our handbook, those conversations are happening on the front. You have to let coaches follow you, right? But also police each other, right? Because a lot of time perception is reality. So you can be anywhere. If there's 10 red Solo cups behind you in the photo,
right,
people are going to fill in things that they don't know, right? And so you just have to be mindful of the things that you post. So before you post something, if you're around somebody, like if you have a pause to like, let me think, show it to somebody else on your team, ask them what they should do. If they say, no, that ain't a good look, don't be in such a hurry to post it. Also, we tell them a little bit of mystique is good, right? Beyonce is one of the biggest artists out there.
And we never hear from her.
She don't post nothing. You go out there and you produce on the court, you will have all the followers you want, right? You don't have to be posting things that are outside of your wheelhouse in order to have followers, because that doesn't necessarily give you anything in return.
Yeah, I always take the dad approach with this being, you know, older. Don't embarrass me. That's my thing. Yes. You can I'm gonna give you free. You're gonna be an adult. We expect you to, you know, do some things. You're still college and you're just trying to figure things out. But don't put nothing out there that's gonna embarrass me, and more important, it's gonna embarrass you. Especially at this point now with the NIL, you trying to get a bag, you trying to get some money. Mm-hmm. Some money ain't all good money. Hey. So don't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Don't do nothing crazy because it's a check over here and it's something that you still got to go home and look mom or dad in the face, and they're going to ask, well, no, what? Who said that was okay? You know, did your coach say that was okay? Or did your friend talk? No, like, you got to really think this stuff through versus just, oh, they offer me a check. I'm going to pose and do something that's totally
right.
You know, just something that's, once again, embarrassing. Don't embarrass me. Don't embarrass yourself.
So speaking of that, speaking from like the parent aspect of being a coach, we know what happened with Tua in Miami. Everybody saw this man had a concussion. Mm-hmm. They're telling us, oh, he hurt his back and his ankle. I've never seen somebody's back and ankle cause them to just literally pass out.
All right.
Then we got J.J. Watt, where I talked to that, backstage, just had his heart shot back into rhythm and he's going to try to play today. So how do you as coaches try to protect players from themselves when it comes to injury?
I mean, I think it is based on your character and, you know, who you are as a coach and what you want. You know, it's a game at the end of the day, and it's not worth risking our kids' future, risking their potentially short-term, long-term memory, you know, for that game. And obviously, you know, we want to win, but when I see a kid eyes rolling back or their face and body language changes on the court, you know, I'm first to be like, hey, come here, get out. But I think that's person to person. And I think sometimes in the magnitude of sports and winning, we sometimes forget that these are people that have to live lives after the ball stops. And the ball does stop, especially in the women's game, you know, it stops. So you have to be able to go be a nurse, be a doctor, you know. So yeah, it's just seeing the bigger picture outside of that. And sometimes you have to sacrifice to win for the betterment of that player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to the aspect of once that kid knows that you care about them and that we're going to take the win or the loss out of the equation to know that I care about you as a person. If I'm telling you, no, have a seat, I don't care. I'll let you know. I don't care about winning or losing the game. I care more about you being able to walk when this is done. You know what I'm saying? And once again, we all got examples. Got one that a kid that was determined to play, then rolled his ankle 3 or 4 times. It's a whole different color. I can tape it up and go, no, sit down.
Yeah.
Starting point guard. No, go ahead and have a seat.
Yeah.
No, it ain't that.
And for players,
just having that. Go ahead, Keisha.
No, for players, that's learning who you playing for. You know, that's learning the type of coach you have and doing your background. As much as we have to do our background homework, you have to know as a player who you're going to play for.
Yeah.
And then
we always say, like, you know, we wouldn't put anybody in jeopardy for 40 minutes when they could be in jeopardy the next 40 years of their life. You know, like it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Because if I go back to like high school, I knew a coach. This one kid was a dog. He's already been recruited like Alabama, LSU, Texas A&M. They had him playing quarterback, running back, DB, free safety. He did everything. So his ankle was the size of damn near a bowling ball. You know, he told the trainer, give that kid some aspirin. I'm trying to win a game.
No,
there's no way that happened.
Would I make up something like that, B. Jones?
Good grief. Good grief.
I'm sure.
And then also think about Mike Tomlin with Ryan Clark.
Yeah.
You remember Ryan Clark was going to go to Denver?
Yep. And sickle cell.
He said, no, you almost died the last time. He said, I don't care about this. I'm worried about you and your family.
That's right.
We need more coaches like that.
Yeah.
Hey, well, we talking too serious right now. Everybody came here to laugh. So we had to get creative with this part of the show because y'all all know we normally go to championship rounds. I'm gonna pull out my belt anyway, just because I'm a champion. I'm gonna pull out my belt anyway, just because that's the kind of guy I am. But we got a belt.
I mean, shoot, I got a belt too. What you think this is?
We're the tag team champions of the world. We're the tag team champions of the world. But we're going to have some fun with this segment, all right? So we're going to do championship rounds a little bit different, okay? Now, instead of me and Kevin competing with each other, you three got to work together. And y'all got to pick one of each other's, okay? So this is going to be a version of most likely to, all right? So we'll warm this up. We're going to warm this up, most likely to. All right, so all three of y'all at the dinner table, who is most likely to pay for this dinner?
Raina.
Used to be Raina, but now it's going to be between me and Raina, yeah. Keisha ain't paying.
No.
Y'all got to pick one. Who is it? Who is going to be? Raina Harmon.
I'm going to pay.
Yeah, Raina go.
All right. Raina Harmon got the first point. All right, here we go. Round number 2.
Are you going to keep track?
You go, Kevin. You do what?
All right, so who was most likely to call someone out on something?
Raina.
Yeah.
Raina got 2 points. Raina gonna win the belt. She's gonna win the belt.
I just want us to all be held accountable.
Wait a minute. How many points we get? How many
That's
points?
the question over here. I mean, how many questions we got?
We might have to go to the first of 3 then. We might have to do the first of 3 because I got another.
She already got 2.
She got 2.
All right, here we go. Y'all after dinner. Y'all at the club.
We go first to 5. We got more.
Oh, Lord.
We got more. All right. Who is considered the best dancer in this group?
I can tell you who it ain't. It ain't.
It ain't Keisha.
Yeah, 3
Keisha,
lessons.
they blowing on you.
No, they're not. I ain't even gonna lie. It's something I don't do well.
Yeah, but we see.
So is it Marwan breaking down a Harmon 3-0?
Nah, I'm not gonna say it's Raina. Raina can dance, but Raina is less likely to dance.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be Coach Miller.
I'll take that one. I stay in my box. I stay in my box. I won 2. I stay in my box.
This is mine.
Raina only coming out if it's a hustle.
Hey, Raina could get a half point for dancing on the set though. She danced.
That's her second time though, B. Jones. Remember?
Hey, I'm always doing something dancing.
All right, so who was most likely to apologize first?
I cancel myself out. That ain't me. I'm stubborn. Keisha.
Yeah, probably Keisha. Yeah.
That's because I'm always in trouble.
Now, I was about to say, let me back it up. She's also always in trouble the most.
Yeah.
Always doing something. And this year, you know what? My bad, y'all. We know. Fool. We already know who it was.
Yeah.
All right, Keisha got a point. Here we go. Who is most likely to renege in a game of spades?
Not me. Raina.
I don't know. I feel like Miller on this one.
Nah.
We ain't reneging over here.
Absolutely not.
We might not even let Raina on the table.
Yes,
listen, but I don't know why we speaking in this actually happened during Quay's graduation party. Keisha was at the table for 4 hours. I'm like, can I get... No. Go back over here then. Me and
Raina's auntie were running people. We don't play spade. We play bid whist. Old people.
Yeah.
We are running the time. I'm sending people to bed. Get out of here.
Good night.
Your relatives getting up, going upstairs. We're like, hey, somebody else just lost again.
Listen, in bid whist, you run Boston's. That means you're going to take every book. You take the train to Boston. I'm on the train. I was so sick of going to Boston, we went to Georgia. I just took a midnight train to Georgia. That's how bad the beating was.
He's leaving.
Get it.
All right, so I think I already know the answer to this one, but I'm going to ask anyway. Who is the one that doesn't listen?
Keisha.
Keisha, you came back quick.
I already knew that.
There's no pause in the answer. We already know. Like, you can ask.
I listen.
Okay.
I listen. I ain't say I was gonna do what you said.
All right. Here, this is my last one. Who is most likely to lose their car keys?
Keisha.
And there we have it. Keisha. Keisha is one. Congratulations, Keisha Blanton, Coach Blanton.
I don't like this win. I took a couple L's on this.
You are this episode's champion, Keisha. You get to carry the belt. You want to say any words about winning this epic game?
I'm always in trouble. I ain't even win on the good stuff. I'm just in trouble, but it's fine. I play my role in the group.
Listen, y'all heard it behind stage. Keisha like, Raina, I'm gonna send you something. What I say? I don't want it.
I don't want it. And I'm over here the whole time she's saying, I'm over here shaking my head like, I
have no idea what it is. I don't want it.
All right. Well, normally at this part of the show, we let y'all talk about what the future holds. But we're going to do something a little bit different. All three of y'all have been very well-known recruiters around the country. So starting with you, Coach Miller, I need you to pitch. This is your pitch right now for those who are watching to go to the University of Minnesota. And we're going to give each one of y'all 60 seconds. You got 60 seconds to pitch your university.
No.
Look, Harmon took off. We got to wait for
I already know what she's going to get.
She is cheating. Yes, she is going to cheat. That is not fair.
No.
Right, sit down. We know we are not bringing anything else into this situation.
All right, Coach Miller, can you handle it? Can you go first, Coach Miller?
I'm good.
All right, Coach Miller, you're on the clock. Here we go.
All right, Coach Miller, University of Minnesota. This is a wonderful place. I'm going to just start with this. Why would you not want to play for one of the best point guards that's ever played the game of women's basketball? My head coach, she got world championships. She got WNBA championships. She got Olympic gold medals. And she hands-on. She just went into the Basketball Hall of Fame. And that's the lady that's running the show here. I'm going to get you here. We all going to add into your game, but come on now. We about to go ahead and do some things in this Big Ten. Come get on this train while you can.
I like it. All right, here we go. All right, Coach Harmon. Everybody want to know what you had to run off stage for. Coach Harmon, pitch the University of Iowa.
Before we do that, University of Iowa is rich in tradition, right? Starting with Christine Grant, who fought for all women to have equity in the game of sport and women's basketball. We're following that trend. Lisa Bluder, who is the GOAT, over 800 wins. Not many active coaches that can do that. She's been here over 23 years. She's produced consensus All-Americans, Big Ten Players of the Years, National Players of the Years. She's been a national coach 3 times. And, you know, since I've been here, going into my 6th year, first time we got the ring, that was cute. Longer
Here we go.
you can get. Ooh.
Oh my goodness. And I know they got an All-American up there right now. That's a tough pitch. I gotta give her she money in the bank. All right, Coach Blanton. I know it's cold in Eastern Michigan, but y'all got something brewing. Y'all got something major going on. Here we go. Keisha Blanton. Why do I want to go to Eastern Michigan?
You want to come to Eastern Michigan to be a part of a change. You know, anybody can join a movement that's already started, that's already built, that's already got championships on championships. But one thing about our program and what Coach Castro is building is that we're going to build something where your name is going to stay, it's going to mean something, and you're going to be the one that helps us turn this thing around. And, you know, to come to Eastern Michigan, you come into a family. We have a great staff. We have great chemistry. We have people who truly care. And Coach Castro has coached over 40 pros. We know what it takes to get to that level. He's been to a Final Four. He knows what it takes. Every day we're working towards it. And while we're working, we're having fun. We're being a family. It's a different type of atmosphere at Eastern Michigan.
Man, I got to give them.
Y'all killed that.
They killed that. Hey, we got 3 recruiting experts on here, though, Kevin. We already knew. Hey, from player development to X's and O's to championship rings. Hey, to the authenticity, I absolutely love it. Y'all done all heard me say this before, but I mean it from every bit of my soul and my body. Coach Harmon, Coach Miller, Coach Blanton, you got next. Thank y'all so much for being a part of our first SLT Coaches Spectacular Extravaganza. I don't know what we gonna call this thing. We definitely we're going to have to do this again. We might have to have a live camera when everybody converges down here to Dallas for the Final Four. I don't know though.
We can do a live show like this. A live show like this.
Yes, we got a camera where we can do it too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go live.
We're gonna meet in the hotel lobby.
We're gonna go. We're gonna have some more coaches there too, though. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy what we gonna do. But listen, we thank y'all so much, and I can't wait to watch all of y'all teams play. Basketball season is coming up. I know y'all all gearing up, getting ready for camp. It is I know y'all schedule's about to get crazy busy. So y'all just keep doing what y'all do. Keep this love and this harmony and this peace and this Trinity going, because I'm telling you, it is an inspiration to me. And I know the SLT Nation gotta love this. All right, so listen, if this is your first time, we want to invite you to the altar one more time. We want to thank y'all for watching the show. Kevin, I know you got something. I know what you want to do, Kevin. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm like, man, I can't get mine. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you know how normally we ask y'all to give a shout out, but I'm going to give a shout out to all 3 of y'all. You guys are dope. Y'all are family.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all need from us, I normally say this at the very end. I'm getting it out now. Whatever y'all need from us, we got you. And y'all all nominated people that are super dope, but you know, we family and we greedy. So I need for each one of you, if you can come up with somebody else that we can get on the show. And Marwan, there's one that you work with that we want on the show.
Uh-oh.
And I think you know who she is.
You want way?
Do I want Wade? Yes. I followed her at Minnesota. And then when she was at Minnesota Lynx.
Mm-hmm. I got you. I'll take care of that one.
So Coach Harmon, I'm going to put you on the spot right now. Who you got?
You know what? I got from Stanford women's basketball assistant coach Brittany Anderson.
Ooh.
Well, that's a very good one, Coach. But
you got next alumni.
Oh my gosh! Okay,
she brought the ring. She brought the ring too.
Okay.
It was a season after they. It was a year after they won.
They won it all, and she came on with us.
But that was a good one, though.
Let me think. Okay, so then I got an up and comer for you. How about? I don't think she's been on here. At least I haven't seen it. Courtney Davidson, Loyola.
Nope, we haven't had her.
All right, that'll be it. She'll be a good interview. She's an up and comer. So.
Right, and go watch that Brittany Anderson episode because it was off the chain. Coach Anderson is a reader, and she gonna give you some knowledge. She gonna drop some knowledge. So
I know her and I we've been linking. So.
All right, what about you, Coach Blanton?
I'm gonna go with my youngin who just got her finally after years of trying her first chance at Division I. Sharice McBrayer from Canisius University was the point guard for Cincinnati. Went the long route to get to this spot, so I got it. She's up next. She's gonna be something special.
Boom.
That's a good one, Coach Miller.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah, Coach Miller. We need you to holler at Simone because she had to reschedule because of some kind of conflict, but she hasn't rescheduled yet.
I'm about to have her doing suicide.
All right, man. Well, listen, we appreciate y'all. And again, Sports Life Talk Nation, man. Y'all keep rocking with us. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button. We go live every Wednesday night. Me and Kevin don't miss. We don't miss. 8:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please come hang out with us. Come holler at us. Come get in the comments. It's a live show. It is an interactive show. So if you jump in the comments, we actually go interact with you while we on there and let you, like I say, boo Kevin and his Cowboys. He gonna come on the show with his chest out.
We just won. So why are you booing?
Cowboys won. He gonna come on there. Hey, Kevin is going to explain to you why Cooper Rush needs to keep that job over Dak Prescott and look like an idiot in the process. All right, but hey, listen, if we giving that, I don't know, Coach Raina. We're gonna give out 3 of Coach Raina's her t-shirts. This t-shirt is a phenomenal thing. I'm gonna buy the t-shirts. We're gonna send out 3 of them. All you got to do is go to our IG page at Sports Life Talk, tag in 5 friends. The first 3 people to do the 5 tags, we're gonna get y'all one of Coach Harmon's t-shirts. Those t-shirts are super dope. And I don't know. And if everybody else, I don't know, maybe we might have to just come up with some other contest. So just keep following us. Go to our IG page, follow us. We're gonna do something special for all of our people at Eastern Michigan, Iowa, and Minnesota. Kevin, what am I missing, man? What am I missing, bro?
You know what, B. Jones? Normally I try to give you a hard time, man, but you did a great job on this episode. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you,
These
sir.
coaches are rubbing off on you. You're showing growth. So thank you for being positive influences in his life. Thank you so much.
Coach him up, KT.
All right.
Coach him up.
All right, man. Well, I ain't got number one thing to say. Money, power, respect. Yeah.
Needed lies.
Money, power, respect. Hey, Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another because together we are better. And keep dreaming big because you never know. You might actually go to Minnesota, Iowa, or Eastern Michigan one day, but you also may be on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet.
See what's crazy is I knew you had next because you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag because you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Life Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Life Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next, it's a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Bye.